want to talk to you a little bit about the Rocky Mountain Homeschool Conference, which I knew in the early days as the Czech Conference, the Colorado Homeschool Conference. And so tell us a little bit about that. Tell us your role in the conference and why you think not only this conference, but homeschool conferences are so important.
That's a loaded question because it's a big job. But I am currently serving as the conference coordinator for the Rocky Mountain Homeschool Conference. We are one of the largest conferences in the nation. But with that, it's about coordinating about 100 workshops, about 50 speakers, including my friend Zan and her husband Joe. We're super excited to have them this year. And then we have about 125 exhibitors that are there. It's a 3 full days of the conference, but then we also have a bonus day where we add in a used curriculum sale. That's a 2-day sale. And then how to get started with homeschooling, that's free. And then a unique learner seminar as well that's free on that bonus day. So that's the snapshot. And my job is to keep all of the balls juggling well. So I have a huge, amazing team of volunteers. But my role is to really coordinate all of the pieces of the puzzle and make sure it looks smooth and streamlined when we get there.
So I know you've been working with the conference for years. This is your first time to step into that role. Yes. As a matter of fact, that's how you and I met.
It is.
Was we just happened to sit together. Were you coordinating the leadership conference
I was.
that year that we spoke? And so we were able to sit with you and Roy and it's just amazing how the Lord just gives us special friendship. Yeah. So I'm so appreciative of that. So why would you go to all this work? Why do you think homeschooling conferences are so valuable for homeschool moms and dads and teens and children?
So even though I do a fair bit of online work related to homeschooling and encouraging people from the comfort of their pajama pants, I still believe the reality is there is such a blessing. It's kind of like coming to church. There is this fellowship. There's this family feel when you come together. And I truly believe that the Lord, because you'll have a whole grid of workshops to pick from. For our conference, it's like 10 workshops to pick from every hour slot.
Yes.
And you're like, oh my gosh, which one should I go to? I promise you the Lord will bless that time, whatever it is, whichever workshop you're in. There's just such encouragement. It's kind of like a shot in an arm. Roy kind of considers it my training ground for when I was just a homeschool mom, when I wasn't planning the whole thing.
Yes,
but
yes.
The idea was that I would go and be encouraged in order to have enough energy to kind of keep doing it again, get new ideas. And then it's, people like BJU, we're so thankful for them being there where you can open that book and see it and feel it and touch it and look at it. We're thankful for the, 17 sample pages on the website, but the reality is seeing it and feeling it and touching it is so much different. So I can't encourage people enough to come to any homeschooling conference that they have near them.
So let me just take a minute to thank our sponsor, BJU Press Homeschool, and thank them especially for attending so many conferences, state conferences across the country. And at every conference, we will rent booth space, and we will have our consultants there who are homeschool moms just like you. So if you need help choosing a curriculum, make sure you make your way to the BJU Press Homeschool booth and talk to those consultants who are all homeschooling mamas. They can not only answer your curriculum questions, they will also answer your basic homeschool questions. And then in your consultant, you'll find that you have a friend for life who prays with you and for you and can help you with some of the stresses of the homeschooling lifestyle.
Well, and I would say that's one of the things that sets BJU apart is the fact that it's a homeschool mom you're talking to, not just a salesperson, honestly. So it's something I was always drawn to. And the reality is they know that curriculum well because they used it.
Yes, that's true. Yes.
So, BJU is among my very favorites as far as curriculum production. So we're so thankful for BJU's partnership.
Well, thank you, Brandee. I love it's been a joy for me to be working with them, be an ambassador for them in these last 5 or 6 years because we were blessed as a homeschool family as well by BJU Press. So let's talk about let's talk about how a parent can prepare to come to the conference, because I know that sounds dumb, and this is not to put a load on a parent ahead of time, but if you can spend 15 minutes in pre-thought, it might
Yes.
really help you.
So I would dare to say for the first timers that come to the conference, one of the primary words they're going to use after being, or even just walking in the first time, is, oh my gosh, this is overwhelming.
Yes.
Well, so is homeschooling, so is parenting, so is giving birth. All of those things are overwhelming. Right. But it doesn't mean it's not going to be awesome.
Right.
So once you just prepare to know that it might feel overwhelming, but know that you're going to leave equipped, empowered, and encouraged, it's worth it. So I do recommend looking over the workshop grid. So try to have which workshops you want to attend picked out before you get there. Think about your accommodations. Are you going to stay on site? Which I do really recommend normally staying on site. It's just a little bit easier. And as much as we love all of those little babies the Lord has given us, I do recommend for your first one trying to leave them home just so that you can be focused. You'll see, our conference is super family friendly. We have 1,990 slots for children's activities this year.
That's amazing.
And I know that because I'm the person who created those. But if you can, just come in and soak up, even if it's just one day to the conference. I recommend that, and just like any vacation, figure out where you're going to stay and your food. That will help you.
Yes.
But do try to pick out some of your workshops. But I guarantee you what you pick out, and then once you get there, it's going to pivot because you're going to hear this amazing speaker and you're like, oh, I'm following her the rest of the time. You get like followers, right? You get like cronies that happen at the conference. So I do recommend having a pretty good plan of what you want to attend and how you want to spend your time there.
Yeah. And if you can they get the program? Do they have access to the program and the workshops before they come?
They do. For us, it's online at RockyMountainHomeschoolConference.com, which is common for most state conferences.
I would say so. Yes.
And then once they get on site, we have one per family, like a physical program that they can actually look at and mark on and scribble in and put all of their notes on.